One of the most challenging things to hear on the other side of a phone call is a frustrated or angry customer. That leads us to have a difficult conversation. And in customer success, we have these all the time. So what do we do about it? How do we handle these effectively? The first thing you want to do when a customer calls you and they're not happy is you want to disarm them. They are heated up. They need an opportunity to both vent, and then also it's your job to be empathetic. But don't take the blame. That's not going to solve anything. What you want to do is really understand where they're coming from and then shift their focus to how you're going to solve it together. So then what you're going to do is you're going to diagnose the situation. Sometimes you can do that on the call with a customer. You're asking them some questions, you're digging into the details about why they're so frustrated, and sometimes that means you have to go back to your company and do a little bit of that diagnostic work internally and then get back to your customer. So for example, let's say your customer calls you and they're really upset. They were just about to do a big demo for their whole executive team and the product all of a sudden wasn't working the way they wanted it to work or the way it was supposed to work. They call you, they're really frustrated. So we're going to be really empathetic. Could you imagine being in that situation? They're in front of their whole leadership team and they're about to show off some great work they've done and it's not working. Oh, I totally understand how you feel about that. Let's figure out what happened there. Okay, in that scenario, you really do have to do some research internally. You have to go to your support team, maybe your product team, and figure out what happened. Let's say in that scenario, what happened was, the server went down, it's rebooted, and you're ready to go. And you can pretty much guarantee it's not going to happen again. But just to make sure, for the next time, you want to prevent that from happening. So we're going to get back on the phone with the customer, or maybe even just email them if you think that you could solve it by that. And we're going to describe a solution. So what that solution could look like would be, hey, we've realized what happened, and in the future, if you're going to be doing a massive presentation like that, give me a heads up, and I'll just quickly check and make sure that everything's running really smooth for you. That's how we handle some difficult conversations.